Welcome to Learners Math TV. In this video, we will define arithmetic sequence, derive the formula for the nth term of an arithmetic sequence, and find the common difference and the nth term given the first few terms of an arithmetic sequence. Ano nga ba ang arithmetic sequence? An arithmetic sequence or arithmetic progression is a sequence of numbers in which the difference between consecutive terms is constant. This constant difference is called the common difference. Let me show you examples. Okay? Ito yung ating sequence. Halimbawa, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, and so on and so forth. Okay? For our first term, yung ating a sub 1, 3. Yan yung first in line, di ba? Tapos, let D becomes our common difference. Okay, ano ba yung ating common difference? 2. Bakit? If you subtract 5 minus 3 is equal to 2. 7 minus 5 is equal to 2. 9 minus 7 is equal to 2. 11 minus 9 is equal to 2. Kaya yan tinatawag na common difference dahil yung difference between, di ba? Between doon sa magkasunod na number ay pare-parehas lang. So, if that is so, what is the next term? Next to 11. So, you're just going to add 2. Kaya, ang next term natin ay 13. Another example. Eto, 1. Tapos, ang susunod niya, 1 and 1 half. Ang susunod, 2. Tapos, ang susunod, 2 and 1 half. If you're going to observe the sequence, ano nangyayari? Yung 1, if you add 1 half, magiging 1 and 1 half. If you add another 1 half, magiging 2. If you add another 1 half, it becomes 2 and 1 half. So, ang first term natin dyan ay 1. So, ano nangyayari? If you subtract 1 and 1 half minus 1, it is equal to 1 half. 2 minus 1 and 1 half, it is equal to 1 half. So, 1 half is really the common difference. So, what is the next term? So, pag nagdagdag tayo ngayon dyan ng 1 half pa, ang next term natin ay 3. Okay? So, another example. 18, 13, 8, 3, and so on and so forth. So, ang first term natin dyan is 18. Tapos, ang ating common difference, let us subtract 13 minus 18 is equal to negative 5. Ganon din naman, di ba? 8 minus 13 is also negative 5 and 3 minus 8 is also negative 5. So, ang ating next term, we're just going to subtract. Di ba? Minus 5 here. 3 minus 5 is equal to, ilan yan? That is negative 2. So, that is our next term. So, based on those examples, as derive the formula for arithmetic sequence. Let us use the first example, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11, and so on and so forth. And yung ating common difference dito ay 2. I want you to observe what is happening. Yung a sub 1 natin dito, or the first term, is 3. So it means, ang a sub 2 natin would be equal to 3 plus 2. Then, a sub 3 would be 5 plus 2. And a sub 4 would be 7 plus 2. O, diba? A sub 1 is 3. 3 plus 2, 5. 5 plus 2, 7. 7 plus 2, 9. At yung ating a sub 5 kung idudugtong pa natin, but it is enough. Okay? So, we're going to represent this algebraically. So, ang a sub 1 natin, of course, is equal to a sub 1. Or 3 is equal to 3. Di ba? Now, how about a sub 2? Di ba, ang ating a sub 2 is equal to a sub 1, and that is 3. plus the common difference. Ayan yun, yung 2. Then, how about a sub 3? Ang a sub 3 naman natin is equal to the a sub 2. A sub 2 natin kasi is 5. Di ba? Plus d, that is equal to a sub 3. So, it is equal to a sub 1 plus d plus d. O, dalawa na kasi yun, di ba? Okay. So, therefore, we're going to simplify that. A sub 1 is equal to 2 times d, or 2 times the common difference. Now, how about a sub 4? Yung a sub 4 naman ay a sub 3 plus d. Kasi dumudugtong lang siya eh. Diba? Kung ito yung ating a sub 3 plus d uli, makuha natin yung a sub 4. Okay? So, ayan. That is equal to a sub 1 plus 2d plus d. Diba? Then, simplify. It is equal to a sub 1 plus 3d. So, tatlong common difference na yon para makuha mo yung a sub 4. A sub 1 plus 3 common difference. Multiply mo. Now, if we're going to observe this representation algebraically, we can now derive the formula for an arithmetic sequence. Okay? We can derive the formula on how to get the nth term of an arithmetic sequence. Okay, tignan mo ito. Okay. Ito ngayon yung magiging formula natin. Ayan. Saan galing yan? A sub n is the nth term of an arithmetic sequence. Halimbawa, hinahanap mo yung ika-7th term, or dito halimbawa, hinahanap natin yung ika-27 terms. Magagamit natin ito. Okay? So, paano nangyari yan? Look. Halimbawa, ito ay a sub 4. A sub 4. Look at that. It is a sub 1 plus 3d. Napapansin niyo bakit dito may n minus 1? Okay. Di ba, this 4 is an n. Then, minus 1, it is equal to 3. Di ba? Kaya, a sub 1 plus 3d. Nagkakaroon tayo dito ng minus 1 kasi kung mapapansin niyo, if you are looking for a sub 4 or the fourth term, pagdating dito, a sub 1, n, plus 4 minus 3, or n minus 1, times d. So now, ito ngayon yung ating formula for the nth term of an arithmetic sequence. Now, let us find the nth term of the sequence 3, 7, 11, 15, and so on and so forth. So, a sub 1, the first term is 3. The common difference is 4. So, why 4? 7 minus 3 is 4. 11 minus 7 is 4. 15 minus 11 is 4. So, using the formula that we have, a sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus the quantity n minus 1 times d. So, a sub n is equal to the first term plus n minus 1 times the common difference of 4. So, let us simplify. 4 times n by distributive property of multiplication. 4 times n is equal to 4n. 4 times negative 1 is equal to negative 4. Then simplify it again. Pagsamahin itong dalawang constant, 3 minus 4 is equal to negative 1. Then, babalang natin itong 4n dito. Okay, so therefore, ito yung ating nth term. For another example, in the sequence 30, 23, 16, 9, and so on and so forth, which term is negative 12? Okay? Anong term daw yung negative 12? So let us use again the formula that we have. A sub 1 natin dyan, kunin natin, yan ay 30 at ang ating common difference ay negative 7. Now, why negative 7 again? 23 minus 30 is negative 7, 16 minus 23 is negative 7, and 9 minus 16 is negative 7. So, Therefore, yan talaga ang ating common difference. Now, use the formula. Okay? Lagay natin, di ba? Yung ating a sub n is negative 12. Kasi yun ang tanong sa atin which term is negative 12? Ikailang term daw yan. Okay? So, alam na natin kung ano yung number dun sa term na yon. That is given, negative 12. And that is equal to, ito, yung ating first term, 30, plus, ang unknown natin dito is n. Okay? Kumbaga, ano yung place niya doon sa sequence? Ikailan ba siya? Yun ang tanong dyan. Which term? Okay, kung 7th term ba siya? Di ba? Okay, yun ang tanong dyan. So now, let us simplify this. Ayan. Eto, lipat natin sa kabila. It becomes negative 30. Tapos, simplify natin ito by distributive property of multiplication. Negative 7 times n is negative 7n. Tapos, negative 7 plus negative 1 is equal to positive 7. Tapos, negative 12 minus 30 is equal to negative 42. Tapos, baba lang muna natin ito. Etong 7, pwede natin ilipat sa kabila. Okay? Magiging, etong positive 7, magiging negative 7 yan doon. Then, negative 42 minus 7 is equal to, ilan yun? Negative 49. So, baba natin yung negative 7, then divide both side by negative 7. If you divide both side by negative 7, so our n is equal to 7. Okay? So, therefore, ang ating ang negative 12 ay nasa ika-7th term. Ayan. Yan yung ating pinaka-final answer in our problem. Okay, isa pang example. In the sequence 7, 10, 13, 16, which term is 49? Okay, ang ating first term ay 7. Ang ating common difference ay 3. 10 minus 7 is 3, 13 minus 10 is 3, and 16 minus 13 is 3. So, yan talaga yung ating common difference. Ang tinatanong uli din natin dito ay which term is 49. Okay, yung n uli ito, no? Ikailang term ba siya? So, use the formula. A sub n natin ay 49. Okay, ikailan daw yung 49? Ikailang term yan. So, first term is 7, then n minus 1 times the common difference. Then, simplify natin. Again, lipat natin yung 7 sa kabila. It becomes negative 7. Tapos, simplify natin itong n minus 1 times 3 by distributive property of multiplication. 3 times n is equal to 3n and 3 times negative 1 is equal to negative 3. Diba? 49 minus 7 is 42. Tapos, baba muna natin yan dito. Tapos, lipat natin ngayon yung negative 3 sa kabila. Okay, iniisa-isa lang natin para himay-himay natin kung paano nangyayari. Ayan, so this negative 3 would become positive pagdating dito. Magiging 42 plus 3. And that is equal to 45. Baba natin yung 3 dito, then divide both side by 3. Ano mangyayari? Okay, if you divide both side by 3, it will become 15. 45 divided by 3 is equal to 15. Okay, kaya, therefore, okay, ang 49 is the 15th term of this given sequence. Yan yung final answer natin in that problem. Paano naman kung ganito yung ating problem? The fourth term of the arithmetic sequence is 34 and the 10th term is 22. Find a sub 1 or the first term, the common difference D, and the nth term. So, yun yung hahanapin natin. So, let us visualize the situation. So, yung ating ika-fourth term ay 34. Then, yung ating 10th term, sinasabi dyan ay 22. So the first thing to do now is to find the common difference. Yun muna ang kunin natin. So, para makuha natin yung common difference, we're going to use this equation. Bakit ito? Look, 34 yan, di ba? Ilan yan? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bago makarating dito, you have to add 6 common difference. Di ba? So, gagawin natin dyan ay 6D or 6 times the common difference bago ka makarating dito sa 22. Diba? 34 plus 6 common difference equals 22. So, dyan galing yung formula na yan. Then, lipat natin yung 34 sa kabila, it becomes negative 34. Then, 22 minus 34 is equal to negative 12. Then, divide both side by 6. Our common difference is negative 2. If our common difference is negative 2, kunin naman natin ngayon yung ating first term, yung a sub 1. Ayan. Ito naman yung equation na gagamitin natin. Ito yung ating a sub 4 or our fourth term. Yung a sub 1 natin, nandito banda rito. Bago makarating yan dun sa fourth term, ilang common difference ang i-add niyan? Di ba 3? Di ba? The first term plus 3 common difference, 3 common difference, that is 34. So, ito ngayon yung ating magiging equation dyan. The first term plus 3 common difference, that is equal to 34. So, yan ay para makuha naman natin itong first term. Okay? So, gawin natin. Ang common difference natin ay negative 2. Inakuha natin dito. That's negative 2. Then, let us simplify. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. Lipat natin sa kabila yung negative 6. Magiging positive 6. 34 plus 6 is equal to 40. So, our first term here is 40. Yung ating a sub 1. So, nakuha na natin yung ating common difference at saka yung ating first term. Okay? Ang kinukuha na lang natin, yung isa pang term natin. Yung n term sinasabi. Okay? So, a sub n is equal to, gagamitin na natin yung formula na yan, itong n term natin, para makuha natin siya. 40, a sub n is equal to 40 minus 2n plus 2. Multiply lang natin yan doon. That is negative 2n. Negative 2 times negative 1 is positive 2. Okay, then, a sub n now is equal to 42 minus, diba, 2n. Itong 40, constant yan, at saka ito, pagsamahin natin, 40 plus 2 is equal to 42. Kaya naging ganyan. So, therefore, ito na ngayon yung nth term natin. Okay? So, yan ngayon yung ating solution in this problem. Now, let us solve these real-life problems using the formula that we have. A company offers Andy a starting yearly salary of 420,000 pesos with raises of 32,000 pesos per year. What will be his salary on the 10th year? Okay? So, for our solution, let us use the formula. Ayan. Yung problem natin dito, ang question kasi sa atin is, what will be his salary on the 10th year? So, we are looking for the A sub 10 or the 10th term. So, for the 10th year, yun yung hinahanap natin. Sa loob ba ng 10 taon, magkano na ang sahod ni Andy? Kasi, ang promise sa kanya, sa offer, ay each year, 32,000 ang magiging dagdag sa kanyang salary. Now, yung A sub 1 natin is 420,000 pesos. Why? Kasi yun yung starting salary na offer sa kanya. Okay? Then, our N is 10 kasi ka-10th year ang ating hinahanap na salary. Then, minus 1 times 32,000. Bakit 32,000? That is our common difference kasi yun yung idinadagdag per year. Okay? So, let us start simplifying this equation. So, 420,000 plus itong 10 minus 1 becomes 9. So, 9 times 32,000 equals 288. Kaya, i-add mo yung 420,000 plus 288,000. A sub 10 is equal to 708,000. Kaya, therefore, ang sweldo ni Andy is 708,000 pesos. Diba? Yun ang magiging sweldo niya sa ika-10th year. So, that is the solution for our problem. Now, for this problem, a doctor prescribed 15 pills for his patient to be taken in the first week. Given that the patient should decrease the dosage by 3 pills every week, find the week in which he will stop taking the medicine completely. So, ano ang ibig sabihin o hinahanap natin sa problem na ito? Ang isang doktor daw ay nagreseta ng 15 pills o 15 pieces ng gamot. Kung tablet man yon or capsule, okay, 15 pieces yon for his patient na kailangan niyang inumin. Okay, doon sa unang linggo, nagbigay ang doktor ng 15 pills. Okay, ngayon, given that the patient should decrease the dosage by 3 pills every week. So, ibig sabihin, sa susunod na week, kailangan bawasan niya yung bilang ng 3 piraso every week. Ngayon, find the week in which he will stop taking the medicine completely. Okay, ang hinahanap natin dito, anong week na kung saan completely ay hindi na siya kailangang uminom ng gamot. Okay? Eto yon. Our first term, until ikaw ay makarating doon sa last term. Okay, yung pinaka last week. Ayan. Nagsimula siya sa 15 pills. Okay? Tapos, siya ay kailangan mag-subtract. So, if you're going to subtract, it means dapat negative yon kasi decrease plus negative. Diba? 15 plus a negative 3. Kasi you are decreasing. Halimbawa dito, 15. So, pag nag-decrease ka next week, so 12 pills na lang yon. Pero ang hinahanap natin dito is, we are going to find the week in which he will stop taking the medicine completely. So, ibig sabihin, kung gagamit tayo ng formula, yung ating A sub n ay 0. Because in that week, wala na siyang gagamitin pang gamot. Wala na siyang gamot na iinumin doon sa week na yun. 0 na. So, let us simplify this. Ang ating first term ay 15. Diyan nagsimula yung reseta ng doktor, 15 pills. Tapos, N is our problem. Yung N, that represents kung ikailang week siya, dapat hindi na iinom ng gamot. So, negative 3 is our common difference since yan ay decreasing. Okay, negative 3 times negative 1, tapos negative 3 times n. So, if we simplify that, it becomes negative 3n plus 3. Tapos, etong negative 3n, lipat natin sa kabila ng equation. Yan, maging positive 3n, tapos itong 15 plus 3 equals 18. Then, divide both side by 3. Our n is equal to 6. Ayan. So, ibig sabihin in this problem, therefore, the patient will stop taking the medicine completely in the 6th week. Okay, doon sa ika-6 na linggo, wala na siyang iinuming gamot. That is the solution for this problem. O, tapos ka na bang manood? Gamitin mo ang internet upang makahanap ka ng mga maaari mong pagsanayan. Laging tatandaan, sa math ay hindi maaari na nanonood ka lamang. Upang maging mahusay, dapat lagi kang handa na mag-practice o magsanay.